close
Aster
for those final moments, though, that final fight.
I feel like Aster in particular, like Sumail and Monet really popped off and how they could control the games. And honestly, XXS, he did his job perfectly. I think
he tanked the deaths.
I feel like 9Pandas maybe went for him in this game because it seemed like they like, hated him. I think every lasso was getting thrown at him, and it's like a couple of these fights, like Sumail and this Drow Ranger are able to pop off. So we'll see what ends up going down here, and let's see if this Enigma pick ends up really working here. They do have the coverage, of course, with Global and stuff like that, but a strong approach again here from Aster. Going for the Drow, even though we're not versus Morphling. They like, screw it. It worked out well. Monet probably felt good. They do like this hero a lot. I know even in the past, Monet does like to play it. Does, of course, have Dust versus... let's see what we end up going down here. We should be in for kind of a treat here. And let's see if RAMZESS can deal with the pressure. This lane does... I've seen this lane can be very, very scary. If Doom gets like an early level 2, you get Infernal Blade, and then you just have the Suicide, or the Blast Off plus the Sticky Bomb. You have Kill Threat up here. Well, let's see how RAMZESS is able to deal with that. He'll probably get trade kills constantly, though. As if Acid Spray's on the floor, if a Curse comes down as the play happens too. This could be an interesting lane.
And always fun to see them sort of run it back in the mid matchup with these Storm and Ember. And last time round, I remember I think it was 22 last hits that they both hit at the exact same time. So we'll have a bit of a measure to see how that changes here this game.
Yep. All the Eidolons just got cleaned up. Monet gets them all. Played and got multi-shot level 1. A cool approach there to deal with Enigma. Something you don't see too often, but definitely something that can catch somebody off guard. Mira will lose. I mean, he was also, I think he shared control with Antares, because Antares was using him on the left side to trade with the Undying, but then yeah, I don't think you expect multi-shot. Mid's, of course, going to be that one to look at. Will Sumail be able to work his magic again? I feel like he will. He's so comfortable in this matchup. Yataka wants round 2 to try to punish him. Solo actually still goes for the Glaives level 1. Interesting. Don't see this too often anymore. They're so expensive.
Real threat's going to be when that level 2's online for Boca and XXS top. That's when they can look to dive.
They hit 2 though first. RAMZESS immediately charges up the concoction. Has to just throw it on to exit. I want to see if XXS does go for the Infernal Blade play too, because I feel like most of the time when I do see them play versus like the strength here, they do like to get it. Yeah, he will.
He takes it.
I figured he would. It's too good versus something like the Alchemist for damage. It does add up.
Yeah, it just wants to be able to keep RAMZESS off the creeps.
Yeah, it's like easily over 100 damage. RAMZESS. I'm gonna watch
They might be able to go. I mean, RAMZESS is picking up the concoction. But, they'll have another Infernal Blade. Jump forward with the blast off. RAMZESS, he's punished.
They're actually gonna be able to get both.
I think they will. Double kill on the top lane. I mean, it almost felt inevitable there.
Yep.
You saw the timings being hit. Infernal Blade coming back. They went for the kill. Meanwhile, elsewhere, down bottom, Antares also to fall. Aster strike hard in both the side lanes.
Yeah, I mean, I really like this top lane. I thought perhaps like if there's like an Acid Spray and stuff, but Boca might go be like a trade that they can sometimes get sometimes, but RAMZESS has to be careful. If the lane is pushed up like this, like you're just gonna get
so much damage. Gonna try for the Boca.
Okay.
Concoction out. They will get it.
We'll get it. But I mean, Solo gets the last hit. RAMZESS doesn't. Will be a +2 at the least. But RAMZESS kept very, very low HP here constantly.
So does not want to trade with XXS.
Careful up there.
A little bit of something finding the kill back their way. Yep. 9Pandas.
Got the Healing Lotus as well too. Miro. A little far. I mean, he's losing a lot of Eidolons. Another round of Eidolon just get cleared out from the multi-shot. Solo have a full available top. He does, but this lane position is not looking so nice for RAMZESS. Solo will get the pull up. Looks like.
Mid lane. So going very even once again. A little bit of an time for the attacker.
Yeah, he decides, screw it, I'm not taking Vortex. I'm playing the lane to farm. He takes the second point of Static Remnant this time.
Top lane. They're gonna go for Vivoka. Acid Spray into the concoction. They'll set up and get the kill.
Okay. Solo. Have to be careful himself. Pen wand on XXS. Solo feeling confident though because the Healing Lotus.
It's a good job from 9Pandas to be able to find 2 openings now to get the kills back their way.
Okay, the Glaives are paying off here rather than having last word in the long run. And RAMZESS does have a huge wave coming in because they did get that pull off there from Solo to get that kind of play. Boca does have to take the long walk toward top, so RAMZESS, yeah, he's gonna... An action-packed early game again, 3-2. Tons of kill threat on both these side lanes. And cool to see how Kiyotaka just playing it, of course, a little bit cleaner in mid maybe, but also just seeing maybe a reflection of having 2 points in Remnant instead of just the 1. These little adaptations.
Worked out better for him, giving him sort of a wave of CS advantage this game.
The Centaur actually stunning him. That could get him killed.
Able to get off the stun, and indeed they'll jump forward with the blast off over towards RAMZESS. He's in trouble. Final plays there. RAMZESS is out.
And Baboka goes for the secondary, gets the bomb onto Solo. Is it enough? Not quite, but oh my god, the neutral.
He could throw another sticky bomb in.
Oh, he might be able to
get it. There it is.
Nope.
That's gonna miss him.
Glyph, he glyphs the wave to kill Solo. Can he get the hit?
He's gonna try. No, he can't. And RAMZESS punished this. Yeah, he already had the concoction cooking.
But RAMZESS, he's gonna take a ton of damage.
And he's not gonna get Baboka.
No.
Baboka's able to walk away as XXS stands his ground and punches back at the Alchemist.
Oh my god, the Centaur creep. They don't want RAMZESS to win. Oh, man, I feel like I see that so much in pubs, but in a pro game, seeing him just get Centaur stunned and stunning himself. Ouch. Sumail is doing that Sumail thing, though. The spam is adding up on Kiyotaka. Starting to get bullied back a little bit here, even though he has the 10 denies. Sumail.
Dire structures are fortified.
The attacker. Sort of got plenty of one charges.
They're gonna go
part of play with that. Certainly go aggressive on this one. Jump forward to get the silence in onto Sumail. Dragged back by the vortex. They'll catch him out by surprise. Sumail goes down.
And they get a trade at all here. Nope, the Tombstone's getting focused.
The supports, both of them are here from 9Pandas. Same to be said for Aster. They're trying to get in under the tower to take down Solo. They'll get him, but it'll cost them Pichu's life.
Good rotation from Solo and Antares. Great setup there. Sumail was under-leveled because of those denies. Kiyotaka did hit the 6 a bit earlier. Nice move. Very action-packed early game. Very similar, right, to last game. See if it does have that same little bit of a slowdown period like we did last time, too. A lot of denies, of course, on the side of 9Pandas. Naturally from the Enigma in particular, but that Storm better than two. RAMZESS, I mean, XXS is having an incredible game. He's actually just walking him down. This is a 3-0 Doom.
I think he's dead.
RAMZESS might just take out.
Damage.
Yep. Oh boy, that's a solo kill.
Yep, XXS hits the 6. He's got the Doom ready for whoever returns to the lane as well. This is not a safe part of the map for any of these cores to be farming. Definitely, at least not for RAMZESS anymore.
Hey, this boy is big. Vanguard 1, he's got Healing Lotus 2 to be able to play aggressive. Yeah, Doom's online, and he's going to go for Midas. Set up for success, XXS off of this lane. Miero's still farming well, but Monet is not getting slowed down the same as this Alchemist. It's an Alchemist, of course, so. Set up.
Get Monet.
Yeah, and they get him here.
Should be able to have a solid chance of wrapping behind the tower. Monet.
There is an Undying here, though.
Going to be enough to keep them off him. Monet tries to stand his ground, turns with a multi-shot. Solo just getting in with the glaives. Monet getting low, will die.
+2.
But Miro will lose his life for him.
They might lose another also. Antares.
Jump forward with the blast off Baboka. He's able to make the connection.
The bomb was off the mark, though. Another sticky in 1 second.
Antares is going to be fine. Turns with a Fade Bolt. Chance to step away. He's going to be coming in from XXS. He'll move down to the bottom lane.
Stupendous!
They will see him, though. So they're actually just going to be able to disengage from this Doom. And RAMZESS, actually, he's just going to walk at them.
He was thinking about diving. See? So I mean, the Baboka's going to get thrown under the tower.
I mean, RAMZESS is probably like, yes, Alchemist is out of my lane. Baboka, going to be close, he'll die.
With a Fade Bolt.
In for Solo. Yeah, RAMZESS super happy that XXS rotation that does not end up connect. But XXS, he's got the Twin Gate. Will head his way back toward the top lane. He has Doom available.
Can catch RAMZESS from the trees.
Yeah.
It will be tricky. RAMZESS should be aware of the chance of this one.
They could. Do they have a TP to set up to get the catch on him?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
RAMZESS will be able to avoid XXS. Focus on the wave.
That's a rotation that does hurt XXS quite a bit there. Doesn't get a kill, and RAMZESS gets completely recovered. He gets like three creep waves or something off of that. And Monet does go down. 6.
Dire's middle tower is under
Pressure
attack.
from both sides. I think Solo's done actually a really nice job with the blood grenades. I do love it with the silencer. So much damage. Push started top. They're also getting the push. Ramses, he seems to be aware of it. He gets out.
Can't step up here at all.
Level 6 on this Undying. He gets hit from one hit
attack.
from the Flesh Golem. He could just die. She's still kind of stalking him. Not 6 on Baboko. If Baboko is 6, the 2 supports could threaten kills here. Both cores pushed out of their safe lane.
Miro's able to finish on the tier 1 bottom.
Tower has fallen.
Mel playing for his power rune. Lots of rotations coming around now. Attention being diverted away from those side lanes, more toward the mid now.
Somehow playing for it to spawn up top.
Dire's top tower.
Redson down there. He's going to be over on the bottom side of the river, but he can't get over in time. Tries for some sort of slighting to pick up. Will not get it. Key attacker able to grab the shield bridge.
Daka 900 ahead. Probably going to do the same build as last time. Still go for that Orchid to go for these plays. Yeah, recovering. Reed starting to pay off a little bit here for 9Pandas. Aster find the slowdown anymore on Ramses. Now 9Pandas the one wanting to hit. Solo has hit 6 with the silence. Don't want to go for XXS though. He is incredibly tanky.
It's an easy fight to take up in 9Pandas.
I mean, they're actually going to go for him. Okay.
But the global, and with the concoction, they'll get XXS. Alright. They can get more there. They should get Pichu. And
Nice
they're working brilliantly here as the double kill goes the way of Key attacker.
I thought they might struggle a bit on the damage
They
there.
killed him super quick.
Yeah. The numbers. Acid spray.
He just melted.
Good global as well, too, to cover if anybody else was going to be coming in. I thought they'd actually kill him a little bit slower.
Dire's middle tower is under
His Midas
attack.
was finished before that, though, so he will be able to... So yeah, 9Pandas making the heads-up move. And they punish Sumail, not without global. He makes him really
Catch him with the curse and I'm at the ready somehow, not messing around. Baits out a few TPs, gets back to the safety of his half of the map.
Oh my god, for a second I was like, oh my god, am I cursing him? He's about to get caught from the tree line from a black hole into last word. Okay, farming some stacks now here too. Okay, lead.
Dire's top tower is under
Ramses, he's
attack.
already got the relic now finished up. Monet, much slower farm to catch up.
Recovery from Ramses after those 3 deaths in lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Taka find himself an arcane rune. Nice pickup.
Better control of the power runes this game, 9Pandas.
He farms way faster than a Drow Ranger. He's gonna have a very good timing on his Radiance, even though he did go down those 3 times.
Dire are scanning.
Gonna be able to ball up with him.
Now, it's going to be tough to kill him. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of it's going to rely on kind of XXS getting in and finding him with the Doom pre-Chemical Rage.
Interesting. Miero actually, this game, decides to go for the Dominator Overlord build when he's playing versus a Doom.
Okay.
Last game he didn't want to go for it as the Beastmaster when he wasn't playing versus anything like that, but Doom has Midas and he's going to have the Devour Ancient. Setting up for him.
Just. Right.
Whoop.
Should have a chance of finding him here. Chains into the silence, jump forward with the blast off. Miro's out. Kitaka.
He wants blood.
He's going to try and find some kills in return. Looks towards Baboko. They'll catch him.
Kill. It's an arcane rune, so he still has mana to work with.
Hard to go for Sumail though. Sumail still has
Dire's top
18-1
tower
charges.
is under attack.
Kitaka's not going to expend any mana chasing for him.
Panda's getting more out of it. Even though they get the kill on the Enigma, Techies goes down, and Monet's actually getting involved to go for these gank plays, which means Ramsey just sits back, hits more creeps, and continues to accelerate.
Complete free farm for the app.
Yeah, totally covered. It's almost like nothing actually happened in the lane. 10 CS a minute.
I mean, what's sort of Aster's best efforts at finding this Alchemist with the heroes that they have? Like, who's grouping up to go for some sort of move to shut down Ramses? How do you slow down this out?
It's if you can get the angle for the Doom like you were talking about from earlier, but definitely not easy if he doesn't go for something like Blink Dagger. What I see, he's actually gone for Crimson Guard. Want to be a little bit tankier. I mean, this does give him armor a bit too, to deal with like the acid spray. That definitely, we saw the effect of it up top, but not gonna have an initiation force from your offlane then.
Another power in to be found by Kitaka. Perhaps the DD is...
It's a reverse of last time. I feel like Sumail had full control of the runes last game, and Now it's Kiyotaka with the DD, and he's got the Orchid coming out.
Just a bit of a switch up in terms of what the offlane has been able to offer. Right? Last game it was XXS on his Visage, moving towards the mid, putting that pressure on. This time it's Mirror on the Enigma, coming and joining the team early on in this mid area. Aster, the smoke up. Now looks to start the fight.
Global.
Black hole on the high ground. Mirror. He has the black hole, locking Sumail down.
He's alive.
He's going to get healed up by the Soul Ring. Survived with that initial burst, but there's Antares steps forward with Stolen Decay, helps finish Sumail off. Sumail and Monet, they're gone.
Monet died to the rotation. Kiyotaka soloed him down bottom.
I mean, Aster's trying to find some trades here in return. They're in on top of Antares. They'll bring down Antares, but from the high ground, RAMZESS can he get the range for the concoction? He can. Throws it down over towards Pichu. Solo get the last word down upon the Undying.
Here comes Kiyotaka.
Kiyotaka is out of mana. Won't be able to chase on further, but Boca are able to step back under the tower.
Huge hit.
They get the 2 big kills there, both Monet and Sumail taken out.
Aster feels like they got to start looking to make some moves when these cooldowns are used. 9Pandas is just getting way too much. The solo kill from Kiyotaka, an infinitely better game for him this time around. He's level 12, 15 minutes.
Yeah, much harder game too for Aster to play from this position. 15 minutes in, they're already 5k behind. Of course, granted, a lot of that is down to the fact that there's an Alchemist in the game. RAMZESS pushing it to its limits here after a tough start.
But this Storm really is having that much better of a time, right? 2,200 gold ahead of Sumail this time around. Sumail, he is having a lot more difficulties in this game, and look at this stack. RAMZESS, he's actually going through, what, a quad or 5x stack right here.
This Alchemist is going to be very, very rich. Just the change up in focus from 9Pandas, right? They put more pressure around that mid, and it's paying off. You know, Sumail, he's felt the heat from that. He's going to make a very, very tough recovery in this game, and not just him, also Monet starting to slip behind. The 2 of these cores, they've got some catching up to do.
Looking to play with that early game advantage, 9Pandas, and yeah, it's definitely working. So seeing why, I guess he did go for this Helmet Dominator build into the Overlord, even though there will be, of course, that answer eventually here from the Doom. You see the reasoning just to be able to apply that early pressure and get this advantage. Mid tower's gonna go down to regen rune. Like, he's gotten almost every power rune on Kiyotaka. These are scary ones to deal with. Drow is nowhere near the realms of wanting to fight Sumail either at this point, and the downtime has been given where Global's just back up. Like, they got to make a free move, 9Pandas, with that one last time, and it's been over 2 minutes. Back up for them to either counter any type of move that Aster goes for, or set up their own. Initiation for Aster just this time is really much not there. XS just going for the auras. While being behind, doesn't want to be the first one to jump in.
Under attack.
Is that it? It's been all 3 games today, if I'm not mistaken. Blessed with plenty of Dota into the midnight hour.
So far, it certainly looks like 9Pandas are set up to push this series towards that game 3.
Yeah, it's looking real good for them with how much pressure they're applying on the map. And Kiyotaka, Regen just zipping around. Black Hole gonna be back up in 20 seconds. Aster looking to try to get something out of this here. Grouped up around top.
Last time from Mirror. Sumail on the tip of it. I'll stick around here, Aster.
Everything's back up.
Radiant are scanning.
He's gonna dispel.
Dallas are scanning.
He's gone solo. He knows that someone was up here. They find Pichu.
Maybe. And is this around the Roche too? Yeah, I think go for it here. Acid spray at the ready. They've got Eidolons. Enigma 2 to go for this Roche.
Radiant's top
They're gonna have to put together some crazy high ground defense, because that pace is gonna be approached pretty soon by 9Pandas at this sort of pace. Aster, they've got to prepare. Monet, the Hurricane Pike done, but still much slower game than the last time round. Same for Sumail, who's going to try and get this BKB online. Still a fair few thousand of gold.
They're so slowed down. Because yeah, it's even though, like you said, there's an Alchemist in the game, there's also a Doom in the game who's had Midas pretty early on in it. So that's 7k. It's a true 7k, even more than that, feels like. Game here. Set the attention, they diverted it a little bit, and it's absolutely working. Haste rune, and every single power rune, Kiyotaka. So much with it. He's even perhaps he wanted to sneak perhaps into the bottom side, but won't get caught from the creep wave.
Dire's top tower is under
But Aster
attack.
totally on the back foot. I mean, yeah, Success is still just continuing to go for the auras. Rather than going for any type of like blink play, they all want to just play to walk into the team fights. Doesn't feel the easiest for 9Pandas.
I think it's dive the tower here, but
Sure
Boca
can.
goes himself. We're going to strain at the tier 2.
Tombstone.
We'll slow down Attack a little bit. In fact, the backup arrives here from Aster. Gust won't
Radiant's
connect.
bottom
9Pandas, they'll
tower
walk
is
away.
under attack.
Tombstone gets forced, they immediately jump back. Of course, yeah. How many TPs was that? 3 TPs it looks like, I believe, or 2 or 3 TPs from Aster.
Actually, the whole team has started to congregate around this mid lane. It's given more space on the side lanes. RAMZESS.
I like this. He takes the acid spray talent rather than the damage per Greeble Greed stack, the usual one. The acid spray talent versus Drow is amazing.
Invisibility.
Plus armor, always going to be godly versus Drow.
On the smoke.
They're setting up for Tormentor, but it seems like 9Pandas, they're setting up to maybe catch them while they're doing this. They're going to get low.
They could punish this if
Look
they
at
time it
Kiata's
right.
angle.
Going down pretty quickly. He's going to drive for the steal, but Radiant, they will get the finish on it.
Oh, global to cover him.
Keep Kiataka safe. Make sure that you can get out of this one. They don't want to lose the Aegis quite yet.
Aster is going for the full kind of lead attempt to come back. XXS even takes a Philosopher's Stone on Doom. Philosopher's Stone on
Radiant's
Baboka.
top tower
They're
is
going to try and make a go. They'll smoke up themselves. It is into the Aegis still of Kiataka.
Global's down.
There is a black hole.
is under
Yeah.
attack.
Miro also with his Helm of the Overlord, he's fairly tanky.
Who's the one to get the jump? It's really a good Gust that's going to have to start it.
Radiant's top
They'll look to
tower is under
Kiataka. They'll get him once, no doubt.
Okay, Ramses is on the left side. He's going to look to jump and stop things. Will he prevent the Doom?
Makocha's out to XXS. There's still going to be the root. The damage here for the Drow.
Got him.
Up.
All right.
The chains run up to hold him down. See if they can chase for more. They're looking for RAMZESS, but he gets the blink off in time. RAMZESS is fine.
But he turned and hit the zombie and then blinked. That was crazy.
A little bit of something though for Aster. Good
Pick off.
Yeah, good. And not an easy one.
And when
It was relying on pretty much just the control of the Gust
Yeah.
and the chain.
they didn't use anything big. They still got Doom up. Crunch back
Radiant's
for
middle
Aster.
tower is under attack.
Be
Dire's
able to get
top
this
tower
tier 1
is
tower.
under attack.
Finally a tier 1, 21 minutes in.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Ramses will slow it down a little bit. They still have the tier 1 glyph, so
is
slow it
under
down even
attack.
more. Ramses is going to get some last
Dire's
hits from his
top
acid
tower
spray.
is under attack.
Okay, they're actually denying the creep, so he doesn't.
Dire's
They
top
denied
tower
all of them.
has fallen.
All right, well, try hard stuff, but always definitely good versus
Radiant's
Alchemist.
bottom tower is
Dagger
under
done on Mirror.
attack.
So the threat of the black hole
Yeah.
increases.
Yeah, because they can just blink black hole and then global and cover him. Took XXS's next item after Crimson and
Radiant's
Pipe will be that.
bottom tower
I mean,
has
they do
fallen.
need somebody to be able to start the fight.
Yeah, someone's got to go in.
Yeah.
It's too hard to just try and rely on the pushback of the Gust silence to find an opening.
How many Philosopher's Stone? Philosopher's Stone Undying, Philosopher's Stone Techies, Philosopher's Stone. They're looking to farm and catch back up in this one. Philosopher's Stone's on the side of 9Pandas. No. Pressure. Solo just stacking. He's like, all right, this is my form of Philosopher's Stone as a silencer. I'm just gonna ancient stack. I have a triple stack here, triple stack hard camp. My Alchemist loves me. Maybe not in the lane, but in the game. Another Tormentor. Didn't want to claim it. Ramsey's another great item choice that he can go for. He has the Acid Spray talent versus this Drow Ranger, and now he's also gonna have this AC pretty much done. Maybe that's why Miro also wanted to go for the Helm of Overlord build. I was kind of thinking, just having that extra armor, plus armor is just the best thing you can kind of buy versus Drow Ranger a lot of the times. So, besides the auras, it's very beneficial. Doom, almost 15. We'll have the Devour can target Ancient soon. He'll keep the arrows. 9Pandas have done quite a bit of work in these last 10 minutes or so to get this big lead.
And do you think 9Pandas, will they go again now, or do they just wait for Roche? Have this lead and control of the map?
I think it depends on what they see. I think they can still look to get catches with the Black Hole and the Global Silence. It's still a long time for the Roche, and they are very strong. I mean, Ramses is I mean, he almost doubled it. He's 2 heroes put together almost. Well, the Drow and the Ember Spirit. Their net worth is equivalent of this Tau.
Now leading the charge here off the back of the smoke. Gets the chain set up onto Solo. They go straight for the silencer and they'll take him down.
Arrow.
Doesn't want to go in on this. Bail out of that one. On a fight they want to take.
And they sequence this into another kill.
They got another smoke.
Don't see them having another one. Checking Courier. No.
They could try
maybe a tower.
Yeah, this tier 1. I mean, the tier 1s have been standing a little too long for Aster's liking. I want to get rid of these.
I think 9Pandas might actually fight around this here. Bounces back up in 10 seconds.
Something mirrors in.
Global.
Gonna be able to get the black hole onto the 2 of them. The global popped as well to keep him covered. They've got the control onto Monet. Monet's in trouble. Put the mantle. Will May target punch it back into the lift. The Crimson Guard keeps him safe. They've only lost XXS here, Aster. We'll see the rest of the bail out of it. Kirtaka, he'll take forward. Finish up the kills. Ready to throw it from RAMZESS, but Kirtaka's getting cut down by Samel. Samel pops the beat. He's ready to turn the fight as he jumps forward with the remnants over towards RAMZESS. RAMZESS taken out. Samel picks up the double.
And Solo's going down. He just fought back.
Samael swings across, looks towards the silence, and triple kill. But Samael as Aster hold the fight around the mid.
Holy crap. I mean, that's 9Pandas picking the fight. Dude, they buy back on Solo, and he's like, let's go. I've got global. You're going to get the kill. Monet actually gets the disengage. Kirtaka has to burn off Anna.
You see the Black Hole. It looked to be a great start, right? You're getting the 2 of them, the Black Hole, the kill off XXS, but not quite getting Monet. I mean, that initial sort of focus, Kirtaka, it looks like he is going for the drought. But Crimson's pop, Manta's off, Hurricane Pike back, they didn't finish off Monet, and now Kirtaka, he has to go pretty deep to get that kill to finish off Monet. It puts him in this risky spot, and Samael, he's ready to go with a BKB.
Jobby's adding up too, definitely. There could have even been a situation where maybe there was a tombstone save. There was the shard up on this Undying. It was very close to them actually maybe getting that too. Right. Even at this deficit, Aster, that they can still fight back. I mean, we saw them come back from that deficit last time around.
And they made comebacks before.
Yeah, this is an impressive one.
Gonna be a tricky one, but they just made it a little bit easier with a fight like that.
I mean,
around the mid.
He got some big cleanup kills there.
He did triple kill for him. Lots of money, lots of gold, lots of XP. He's up to level 18 now. Still a bit of recovery to make, but he's stepping back into the action.
I mean, level 18 is a big deal. He's now 2 levels ahead of Kirtaka.
Of XP from that engagement.
I'm still just so impressed how they're able to actually keep him alive a little bit long enough so that Sumail can get these type of cleanup kills. Because that's big item timings that 9Pandas picked this fight with, right? That's the AC just finished and everything too, and the damage is still there. Impressive stuff coming out from Aster.
Roshan's going to be still a few minutes for that one. 1 minute and 45 seconds until that's back in play.
That would have been pretty big, actually. Aster can definitely bring it down incredibly fast. And is maybe getting a little bit lucky with this. Set up in the area and a bit of a long one. That's Black Hole's gonna be back up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Pressure on the lanes. Alchemist Illusions hitting mid. Eidolons as well as this Helm of the Overlord hitting bottom. Aster, they're gonna have to react to one of these.
Now can always make a quick trip to one of the other lanes.
Radiant's bottom tower
is under attack. That's probably what he's gonna do, at least down bottom.
Lays it down in the pit and down towards the bottom lane, clears out this push.
We'll take that.
Pinging him out. They see Sumail, but he's got the remnants.
He's going to be able to return. They'll be aware that he'll be able to hold back over.
And Black Hole's back up. RAMZESS, he actually already used chemical range.
Is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We'll be going up on the high ground with all those proximity mines laid down.
He'll do it smart. He'll send the Manta to clear it out. And Solo, though.
He charges in. He takes out a couple of those. Mirrors in with a two-man Black Hole. They get the jump. Straight away, they've caught Sumail. They've caught XXS. They haven't got the damage to finish them off, though. Sumail's having a turn. Puts the BKB. They're taken out.
They're alive.
Sumail's still fighting fit here as he could go for more. Looks to RAMZESS. RAMZESS with the radar of his BKB will TP out. But again, another jump from 9Pandas with their Black Hole that does not go their way.
These auras, they really, XXS, they're working. That plus the Greaves on Baboka, they're able to just kind of heal right back up in the midst of fights. And Monet, he's actually not caught in it. He gets to just free reign. He is on the low ground, but that ends up dishing out a fair bit of damage.
Catching Sumail, but they're not quite killing him.
The Tombstone is a bit far. Again, it's almost close enough to maybe save a target again there.
Not enough damage to threaten Sumail. You don't kill him in the Black Hole, he puts the BKB and he starts dishing out some pretty ridiculous damage.
Oh wait, you can't actually, mistake actually, you can't actually use the grab ally when you're silenced, so they actually have to click it themselves. So I guess when they're Black Hole, if there's global, you actually can't grab ally
Yeah,
compared to usual, right? If I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure when Undying.
Yeah, if it is, surely you can't global. Yeah.
So maybe that is a little bit of a factor of why they wanted to go for this versus that Undying as well too. Something that we didn't really think about. Kind of cool. But Aster showing they can still fight.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not working out as well. 9Pandas would have hoped with these combos, these big ultimates, and they're not securing them the team fights anymore. Sure, Aster still a fair bit behind on the gold front, but the last few team fights, Aster still very much showing they've got a solid fighting chance in this.
No, definitely. And these auras, they're being the difference maker. It does feel like. Pipe Crimson Greaves keeping these cores alive, but it looks like they're going to die. Monet almost on his Aghanims. This time, surely you give Sumail it, right? Not even giving Sumail at this time. They actually put him inside the tombstone to make sure he doesn't take it, I think.
Didn't look like that, yeah.
Techies is still very good on him. And yeah, he has been surviving long enough.
Success. It's a bit of a nasty surprise here.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, I think the rest of Aster will bail on that one. They'll be right. Okay, Accent said we can tank that. The rest of us, we do not want to walk anywhere near that.
That is a global though that they did end up using for this kill. There'll be a time window when they respawn on the Doom that they can look for a fight. And Ags is done for Monet, so Hypothermia is online versus this Alchemist.
And a bit of a window as well where Black Hole will be back up, but the Global will still be down for about a minute. And as we've seen, it's pretty important that Global is there to back up the Black Hole.
We absolutely will see a grab ally. Like if he gets the opportunity to get that Tombstone near that Black Hole, if he's not global, he will be able to save perhaps. Maybe he goes like, I've seen a couple of these Undyings honestly by Blink Dagger. Could be a possibility, but maybe he wants to have the Lotus to remove the silence first. I think they're gonna get multiple. So I try to have that answer global. 4 minutes where they have the Sages. Still a massive net worth. Showing they can fight into it.
Stupendous!
Impressive stuff. Philosopher Stones. Gold trickling in for them.
Smoke on Boca.
They look for it, and they've got everything up. Have they even been able to get a Doom off in the fight?
I don't think so, no.
He's just an aura.
I mean, he sort of gets caught alongside whether it's, Monet or Sumail getting jumped, and he normally is the one that dies first, actually. Yep. Success.
I actually... Look, we haven't even seen...
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures
Smoke Swift Link done on RAMZESS.
Oh, they see it solo. They have the vision.
It's not a bad way to start things.
Quick kill. 50 seconds also on him. One mid.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Some vision down here for the next few fights.
Dire's middle tower
rolling
is
here,
under
getting their
attack.
push set up. Does commit the goal. Also, forgot to talk about it afterwards. I did mention it before that fight up top that happened with RAMZESS. He popped Chemical Rage way before the fight, so his Chemical Rage actually ended kind of in the midst of that. He'll probably have to hang on.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So, right down towards the bottom lane. Tier 1 still standing there for the taking.
Piero's been not. He actually has not. I don't think let. Success level 17 has. I don't think he's holding on to the Devour though.
Black Hole and Global ready to go. There's obviously the Aegis and Cheese in the hands of Aster's cause.
They're scouting with Eidolons as well too.
He's going to think about starting a jump, gets it on Pichu straight away. Pichu's going to get forced down to the side. Pichu's still alive. They're going to be able to force him again.
Still alive.
He's able to get away from RAMZESS and the rest of 9Pandas. They won't do anything after that shot. Aster and then Sumail back in.
It's a global pop.
Going to get forced. Miro. He's holding on to the potential Black Hole. Sumail pots the BKB, jumps back to safety. That's the Global gone, but no Black Hole expended yet.
BKB used for Sumail. A little bit less safe. Can't even get solo. He actually ends up surviving. Was a global though. Oh, Aghanims.
For Antares.
Quiet, farming up like a beast. He has a pretty good, well stolen for him, man. He actually does have the decay. That can definitely add up inside these long team fights. What else he's going to be able to steal and snag?
KB's coming out now for the cause of Aster. Success. It is done and on a few hundred away from Over on the side of 9Pandas.
They're gonna look to fight.
They're still super strong, or at least on paper they should.
On paper.
RAMZESS is massive, 29k net worth.
Does not have buyback though. He did spend it on the Swift Blink. Trying to time a fight here while this Aegis ticks out. Aster setting themselves up for their Tormentor.
Be spotted out by that proximity going off, so Aster should be aware.
Ooh, and Sumail gets blessed. That's actually really nice, because he just finished up Aghanims. I was checking to see the supports, and they already have it. The only one who didn't have it was XXS. Jump, XXS!
Sumail tempted to go in. He wants to jump straight away over towards Solar. Black Hole's going to be used to hold back.
Only Doom.
Lock it down onto Sumail, and Sumail, indeed, he's gone. 80 seconds dead.
I think that's like the first Doom that XXS is casted that gets instantly stolen.
And they can look to try and maybe push for more here. Jump forward from Kiyotaka. He's in on top of Pichu. Coach build up from RAMZESS is in with the blink. Throws it away at Monet. Give him the space and safety to turn over towards Pichu. Take him down without any interruption from the Drow. They take out 2.
Arrow's able to just BKB Black Hole. Gets that focus, and yeah, giving up the Doom.
That's a rough one.
That's a rough one. It's as the Aghanims comes out too, so
oh no.
No hope to help him. Anybody who goes in there is going to be doomed as well.
Now don't use Doom again.
Antares, I mean, he could just hang on to this Doom for the next 60 seconds for the next fight. And is hitting hard. RAMZESS now having the gold for buyback, but he just keeps spending.
Check it out here. And they see the chance to go, straight for XXS, dropping down the Doom on RAMZESS, but yeah, RAMZESS doesn't care about it at all. His Chemical Race, he's BKB. He doesn't care about Doom. Being Doom runs over towards Sumail, who indeed got a nasty surprise sent his way by Ruben.
Good identification from Miro. And it's the only way, it's the only BKB cancel, right? So as soon as Doom gets dropped, he knows that he can just Black Hole, BKB Black Hole, whatever target that he wants to go for, and he gets the prime one. He gets Sumail.
Yeah, more catch to come out as well. Is that what, full hex for Kiyotaka? Did he just buy?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, he's got it though.
Yeah, full hex for Kiyotaka. Another fire on RAMZESS. These are big items for 9Pandas.
He did the disassemble play, right? Yeah, he did. I saw he had Relic queued, and I was like,
middle tower is
he will
under
go
attack.
for that. Right, hold on to this talisman if he wants to build something maybe later on. Maybe. And Taras, yep, still has the Doom. So they could look to go for another fight here, 9Pandas. Pretty brutal.
So it's another shard.
B. Of course, mid. A nice one. Taka gets it. $1,000 gold lead. They're just now, I mean, they're playing a little bit more patient. It feels like Miro. He's also queuing up the Lincoln, so he'll have that answer versus the Doom as well. To XXS, he probably might have to go Aghanims now.
I think he has to go for sort of that Ags Doom and then throw himself into the Black Hole to get the guaranteed cancel on it.
And he bought Arcane Boots. I guess he's lost a bunch of int to the Silencer, who did get a shard early on, so maybe he's like limited on mana and stuff like that. But he does need Ags, because there's going to be no cancel for the Black Hole. So he might have to do the play where he self-dooms himself and like blinks into Black Hole to try to protect his allies. But there's a risk, because Atari's might just be able to get these steals. And Atari's still holding it, waiting for the time. Black Hole's going to be back up. 9Pandas is going to look to fight again. See if XXS does. I think he probably will. Maybe he's gonna have to like sell. A little awkward soon.
Radiant's middle tower.
We're gonna see how long the Roche is gonna be. It's gonna be 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Radiant are
The next big
scanning.
fight for sure. Both teams
Radiant's
to be
middle
holding
tower
on
is under
until
attack.
that's available before they look to push.
Chilling back lane, well, farming up here solo, going for a refresher for himself for double global. Near 25. 9Pandas though, I feel like they could still just look.
Invisibility.
A lot harder for Aster now. Unless they can somehow get this Doom onto the Enigma. He's literally about to have a link. Well, with these mines. 4 items. Sumail picks up the Dream one as well too. Does have a Timeless Relic. And Aster keep him protected.
Master, they're ready to jump.
Forward there for a second. They saw him.
Solar's gonna show. They're gonna jump straight away there. So Hex is gonna be their response. Solar's able to get the global. Solar's on Mirror's good with the Black Hole. He's able to catch XXS and Monet. Did the follow down and Kiyotaka's in. RAMZESS steps across there on top of Monet. Monet trying to run, but they've got him. Monet and behind XXS, taken out. They turn and watch the man to catch him with the silence. All 3 cores dead on Aster.
Nice play from Miero. Gets the catch. Nice hex too. I mean, Kiyotaka, an instant hex, if I'm not mistaken there.
That gives Solo the chance to get off the global.
Yep. He still buys back, but he gets it off as RAMZESS now also.
They might get bumped with Boca. Actually able to get away in that little bit of a spot there between the trees.
And then RAMZESS even Manta dodges his own concoction.
We'll see again on this replay. Yeah, getting the jump on Solo.
Big hex.
And that's gives them the chance for the turnaround. Miro, beautiful jump. I mean, pretty much all the Black Horses always managed to catch 2 cores.
Yeah.
Now, sure, the fights previously haven't necessarily gone massively in 9Pandas' favor, but Miro, who keeps getting the catches, this time absolutely pays off. They take the team fight.
Totally on point, really. Every single time, Solo and him just really getting most of these team fights going their way. Even the ones that didn't go well, they still did get the good Black Holes at the least there from Miro. Now he's got a secondary round.
He does refresh a shard.
And the Linkens is done, so likely that we see XXS. Let's click him, and he's going to queue up the Aghanims pretty much immediately off of that. The fight's just getting harder and harder.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
RAMZESS.
Give it a storm.
I think, yeah, give it a storm. Have a secondary black hole.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
Yeah, even.
Glorious things.
Too good with the shard. Now they have kind of 3 black holes, sorry. They have the refresher shard on the Enigma, so the fight's getting more and more complicated for Aster. And a Ninja Gear also to boot, so Miro is always going to have that positioning, so very difficult to find him. They haven't really found him at all in this game, it does feel like.
Miro always gets the jumps.
Yep. I keep wanting to watch Antares have the case.
Here I am.
Really much to be done here other than wait in the base until 9Pandas come towards them.
Every time there's just, I mean, Black Hole's just going to be tough too. Don't have the solution going for it. Versus this Linkens, yeah, everything's back at the ready. And they're playing it cool though. Continuously play around smokes, play around these globals. They're going to go for another one.
Yeah, they know how strong they are in 9Pandas.
Probably just walk up.
One more good fight should be the game for them.
I don't think I've seen the Thunder hide eaten once by XXS before. Or the, Helm of the Overlord treatments.
Jump. They're going to start a Kiyotaka.
No hesitation.
He's going to try and start things onto XXS. Get the pullback onto the 2 of the mirrors in with the black hole. He's managed to catch Baboka. They'll take down Baboka. And now with further grab onto XXS, they'll get the Doom 2. 2 down. On Aster.
He was able to stand his ground at tier 4, but BKBs were forced. Aster will at least get 1 kill. And there's actually a refresher now also on the Storm Spirit, so there's actually essentially kind of 4 black holes now on the side of the 9Pandas. XXS, I mean, shows his face for a split second. They full commit onto him there. They don't care if they lose a hero for it.
I think he had he had a bit of safety in the tombstone, right? But
only a little bit.
It didn't last long.
No.
Didn't last long. Okay, lead now.
It feels like for Aster, this might be the only way that they can go for any type of plays. Just sitting in their base and hoping that they overextend for them to get the kills, because Monet, he's outside the base, he's incredibly fragile. They're able to just get on top of him every time. Kumail's gonna have to be the one just kind of push side lanes out. And this strike.
I've been wanting this.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Over here now.
That's in.
Concoction's out as well. Money's out of the fight.
He just gets him in the base.
That's buyback available. We'll see if he uses it. Samel do his best to jump in on them, but he gets caught by the stolen chains. The stolen chains, they're holding back into the vortex. Not any more follow-up to keep them locked down. They got the hex, but the Crimson's out.
RAMZESS is in.
Makes the jump over towards Samel, takes him out. He's out for 90.
Next success. He's just getting hit, chased down. Next.
Continue to push forward. He has the BKB ready. That's the buyback here of Samel. Goes good towards Antares, but Antares with the stolen. RAMZESS able to jump away. The 3-man vortex.
He's got a refresher.
Jump on for RAMZESS. He had the follow-up stun. They're taking out the 3 of them. It's only down to the last 2 cores of Aster to try and hold this defense. Only Monet and Samel left alive.
Miero, he's ninja geared also in the back, looking for a jump Kiyotaka. Maybe baiting them. He's jumping in.
There's another 2-man vortex. Concoction's ready to follow. And Samel will get healed up. And there's the black hole to close this game up. Ultra Extra kill for Kiyotaka. GG is called.
Radiant's
9Pandas will
is under
take game
attack.
2.
And all things are right in the world as we, of course, get that game 3. I mean, we deserve one after this series so far. Aster, last game, they did end up making that